Rodney's in to get the no, they're not heifers, are they?
No.
What are they? They are ewes, thank you. To get the ewes pregnant, and it took him a while. He's actually really friendly. Well, we used to be able to hand feed him, can't now. Now he's gone with a mob. He seems to have done the job, I think. So the girls are looking a little bit fatter. So the little black and white one is our lamb that we had. He's a wether. Now we've also realised that the one on the end, scraggly looking, he's a wether too. So if you can see his wiener. Now it was meant to be a ewe, however we must have misdiagnosed him. So sadly we only actually have 2 ewes. They are looking a little fatter. So anyway, the wether, he will, now that we know that he's a little bit older, he needs to find his way into the freezer. He's due. One thing we can't do is feed them, hand feed them. They refuse to do it. They are quite frustrating. See that one running along there? She has very big udders, so we're reckoning she should be due to drop soon. She was the ewe that had the little lamb that died. So she's actually on notice at the moment. She rejects her lamb this time, unfortunately. She has to go. So we'll see how that goes. But we think that she's due soon. So we are on lamb watch and it's very exciting. This is the compost patch. We're slowly building it up. We've already actually used quite a lot of the compost. I don't know if you saw the original thing. It was in a big U shape. And we subdivided it into smaller cages, whatever you like to call them, so that we can rotate them. What I've been doing is, as I'll start it in one, when it gets full, I flick it over to the next pile and then keep flicking it over, and every 2, 3, 4 weeks it gets moved and moved. So this is just the beginning of it at the moment. We put our food scraps, any chicken waste stuff, composting stuff, and then we put the grass over the top. That stops the dog from hoovering it down, because she likes to hoover down the food scraps, which is a bit gross, but never mind, that's how it is. And then eventually that all mulches down, so we'll wait until it gets to tall, as far as it will go, and then we'll leave it to set. So this was right to the top, and over the last couple of months, I think it is, he has literally just dropped right down. And every now and again, so when we rotate them, we water in between as we go. And as you can see, and as much as we try not to have plastic, there's always that odd little bit of plastic that sneaks in. And these cardboard boxes obviously have plastic in them. So this was a cardboard takeaway container that looked like cardboard. So it's obviously had cardboard on the outside but plastic on the inside. It's a bit cheeky really, because you think it's sustainable but not really. Alright, so that will go in the bin, and then the rest is going in my little wheel cart so that I can put it in my veggie boxes. So there you go. So take that out, I don't want that in there. That's once you've taken all the dried stuff off the top. That is what the nice soil looks like underneath. So basically this is just from our food scraps and our garden waste. I'm not sure what that is. A barbecue skewer, that is. And yeah, some great and some fantastic life going on there. There's a orchard grub. We'll put him back in because he's quite good actually. He eats all the rubbish. And take the stones out because we don't want those. But yeah, pure organic soil that's free. And all it takes is a little bit of effort. Every every moon phase, so every fourth moon phase, so after a full moon, we toss it and move it around, because then that's when you can't really grow much, in the sense, obviously everything's going to grow, but based on if you're planting based on the moon phases, then that's the time when you tend to your compost bin or mow your grass. Put all that in there, and then I'll put them in the veggie boxes. Lots of bagging going on. And if you see, can you see them? But if you look carefully, I had this problem last time when I came to do this. There's a couple of blue tongue lizards. Are living here, and I'm sorry, mate. How great. He seems to like me. Let's sneak up there. Move out of his way so that he can go off and do his thing. He's shown me his tongue. He's not happy. No, but this is mine. You can't go back in there. You're meant to come out. But mate, I want to move that. Right, let's go back over there. Go on over underneath the other house. That's it. Go on. That's where you went last time. He's very fat. Not sure whether that's a female. She's about to lay eggs. Oh look, there's another one there. It's a different one. It's a lot smaller, that one. They're cool, aren't they? She must have snuck out the back. Alright, oh, she's back again. Oh, that was touching my leg. Oh, I've got a feeling there might be babies in there. Is there babies in there? Is that why you're angry with me? Last time they just ran away and went under the granny flat. But for this time, he's really not having it. There you go, that's where they went last time. They went under the granny flat and left me alone. I could move all the stuff. But I've got a feeling I might have just disturbed its nest. We'll see. I obviously don't really want to kill its little babies off. So we'll have a look, see. Keep an eye on this, not going to come back. I don't think they bite actually. It's a nice soil here as well. Fidgety grub. Let's get back in there. He's very territorial though. But it's starting to look quite nice down here now. See if I can quickly toss what's left in there, and then he can go move into that side. Alright, so I've put that one back into this one, and then that will mulch down again, and we'll give it another good cycle. And then next month, on the 4th quarter of the moon phase, it will probably go back into the other one again. I put the metal sheeting in, even though there's no real organic matter as in the sense of food, but clearly the blue tongue likes it in there, so we'll keep that covered up with that so that the blue tongue can go back in there if he wants to, or she, and then the dog can't hassle her. So that's going to be mulching for, I don't know, probably a couple more months, probably. Maybe I might get away with it a bit less than that, maybe. Depends on how much rain we have. That makes a difference. There's a bit of a raucous over here, a lot of noise. No, first thing in the morning, normally you just hear the Harry crowing, and you might hear Ian Ram. He sometimes has a little groan because he wants attention. There you go, he's doing it now. But there's some real loud noises coming from over on the other sheep, and we think maybe that the little lamb is coming. The ewe is giving birth. Who knows? Let's see. Now we won't get too close because clearly I don't want to disturb them and upset them. But something's going on. They're making a lot of noise, and Rodney, the ram with the black head, is keeping his distance. But it doesn't look like anything's happening that I can see, which is a bit annoying. So I'm very excited about this little lamb. One of my things I'd really like to watch is the birds. And the first one we had, I literally just missed it by a nanosecond. But yeah, no lamb. Okay, so it's severe storms today. We've already experienced a massive lightning storm and thunderstorm and heavy rain. So our job that we're planned to do was finish the paddock at the back. So it's too boggy to be out there now, and Andy's just been called out to a fire. So it's a possible lightning strike. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere where we live, around our area. So he's gone off to do that, and we're between showers. I think between showers. I reckon by the looks of the clouds, we're gonna have more rain shortly. So I really want to get this done as quick as possible. So I will put you on time lapse so you can just sort of watch, because I really need to get things finished. I want to finish this job because I haven't managed to finish my veggie patch, and this is a big part of being self-sufficient. Not easy to say quickly. So what I did do, whilst it was raining, I did a bit of editing, but more importantly, I built 3 more beds in the lounge. I've got my boxes. Now you can see there are lots of plants sprawled all over the place now. So the veggie patch is doing well, actually. Not as well as I was hoping it to be, but we are using our produce, which is nice. This is only a small part of it, because we also have the tomato patch, which is up the hill. But I need to finish this off. We need to put all the rest of the beds in. So my plan is to make this, well, hang on, let's try to point you into the right direction. I'm going to make this corner a bed of some sort, or pots, because I've got blueberry plants and I've got this to put in. And then I'm going to have all the beds going along in a row, up together, butted up together, because I don't need to have gaps in them, because I can reach. They are deep enough, not deep. They're just enough arms reach. I can actually reach the other side, so I don't need to have space either side of it. And so I'm going to run all the beds all the way along. And then another job we've got to do, which I have the stuff, but we haven't had time. It's either been really windy, or it's been torrential rain, or we had other jobs to do. But we need to net the roof. So you can see we've got the wire going along. We've got to put a couple more strips of wire going to each corner. And then we've got netting to go over the top. That's purely just to stop the birds. However, the little birds still can get in. So I caught a little bird going through these holes. Now these holes aren't that big, yet it's bizarre they can get through those. So it's a bit annoying. So I can't actually stop all animals and creatures coming in and stealing my vegetables, which they seem to be doing. But never mind. I can try as best I can to do the most of them. All right. So I'm going to put you down. I've got to clean up the weeds bits, and then put down all my cardboard, put put out the boxes. It for now, because I have run out of cardboard and beds. Fortunately, Bunnings didn't have, they were the last 4 in the shop, which is a bit annoying, so I need to get some more. Probably thinking maybe 1 or 2, not sure yet, 1 or 2, because I can always shift them up this way a bit, to the left. And then I better get the other one in. But I can't really do much more until I get a whole load of cardboard too. So my plan is to have the corners are going to have berries in the corners, and then we'll have all of those there, because the fruit trees will probably go out here somewhere. Haven't quite worked out where my orchard's going to be yet, but it's got to be out that way somewhere. Just as I finished in the veggie patch, we discovered this. There is nothing better than watching new life grow on the farm. Considering he's moments old, Basil, we've decided to call him, is looking healthy and strong. Mum is apprehensive at first to introduce her new baby to the rest of the flock. The flock watches, curious but cautious. They know this ritual, the soft bleats, the scent of newness carried on the breeze. The ewe positions herself between her lamb and the others, not with aggression, but with quiet authority. This one is mine. Rodney the ram is first to walk up to them both, whilst the others hang back waiting their turn. The little lamb is very keen to meet his new family. But Rodney, a little protective, pushes him behind Mum to keep him safe. And he stands between his new young family and the rest of the flock. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and share.